We bring to you an interview with Mr. Rakesh Kaul, President, Consumer Business and CEO of Evok Retail Hindware Appliances, is one of the fastest growing consumer durable brands in India. Let's hear more from Mr. Kaul himself.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching NewsX with me, Richa Kapoor. I'm joined with Mr. Rakesh Kaul, the President of HSIL and CEO Evok Retail. Very warm welcome, Mr. Kaul, on the show.
Thank you so much, Richa.
Talking about your brand Hindware, it's been in the market for a very long period of time. It's associated with a lot of people. People have had your products for a very long period. But when did Hindware actually make its foray in the consumer durable industry?
Look, Hindware has been an iconic brand and it's been present in India for the last 6 decades. And it's been an iconic name in the category of bathrooms, almost a household name. And so much so that in the last 6 decades, we have a base of more than 6 million consumers. So even assuming 5 members in a family, so we touch lives of almost 30 crore Indians day in and day out. And that's where we felt that, we needed to leverage the brand and extend Hindware beyond the space of bathrooms and extend into the homes. So that's where we thought in 2015-14 that we need to go beyond the concept of bathrooms and move into the homes. And that's where the whole idea of Hindware homes got into existence, and that's where we felt that we should touch the lives of people and our consumers beyond bathrooms, in their living rooms, in their kitchen, in their drawing rooms, and wherever, in the entire space. Because we always felt that bathrooms people spent at the most an hour and a half at the most, and we wanted to connect with our consumers for a longer period of the day as such. So that's where the birth of consumer products business came into existence. And it was 2014 and 15, and we wanted to leverage our 60 million consumer base to extend our connect, the brand connect, with a vast array of products into their lives.
And how challenging do you think this time has been? It is for the entire brand, your entire brand as Hindware, operating in this particular industry?
Look, of course, it's a very competitive industry when I say about consumer appliances and kitchen appliances. But if you say we have moved in a very differentiated approach as far as the brand is concerned in these categories, so much so in the space of the last 4.5 years, we have grown phenomenally. We have had a CAGR growth of 72% in our consumer business. And so much so that in the category of kitchen appliances, which consists of cooker hoods, chimneys, hobs, kitchen appliances like built-in ovens, built-in dishwashers, we have almost taken a spot in the top 3 positions in the category of cooker hoods in just a span of 4 years. We are the clear #1 in the auto clean chimney segment in India, and this has all happened in the matter of last 4 to 5 years. So we approached the consumers with a very differentiated output. We did not want to leverage our distribution approach and our distribution base to the consumers of our new products. We wanted some differentiated approach. That's where we went to the consumer and told him that we wanted to transfer the power in the hands of the consumers. We told them, look, we want to give you something in which you become our trusted advisors rather than just we giving you some product where we tell you that our product is better than ours. So it has really helped us. In a matter of just 4.5 years, we have extended ourselves into several categories, including kitchen appliances, kitchen sinks, water heaters, water purifiers, air purifiers, and also evaporative air cooling in just a matter of 4.5 years.
Mr. Kaul, you had a brand Hindware, and then you incorporate another brand called Moonbow. So can you tell us how this happened and what was the division and about the air purifiers and air coolers about it?
So if you see, Hindware is a very established brand, yes, and has a legacy and a trust which carries on for generations actually. And we wanted to come out, when we did a deep-seated research on our water purification, majority of our consumers felt, that, we needed to have a brand which is more connected with purification as such, And that's where we did a very deep-seated consumer research from 2010 to 2014. And we came up with a brand name called Moonbow. Basically, Moonbow is a very, very rare phenomena where, it's the opposite of rainbow, and it's once in a millions of years phenomena. So the whole idea of a Moonbow is basically a very rare phenomena, which means our products are going to be completely different, once in a million years of kind. So we've given ourselves a very, very tall and ambitious order, and we believe that's how Moonbow is all about it. The tagline of the Moonbow is expect the unexpected, and we've given ourselves an ambitious target. That's where Moonbow has been launched. And Moonbow 2.0 has also been redefined as Moonbow by Hindware, because we wanted to give Moonbow the touch of Hindware's trust and legacy, so the consumers could understand that Moonbow is from the house of Hindware as such. So that's where we launched Moonbow in the air and water purification category in 2016.
You've named a lot of your products, but what do you consider are the key products which help you grow in such an industry?
So I think, as I told you, in kitchen chimneys, we are the largest as far as the auto clean chimney is concerned in India as of now, and among the top 3 players in the kitchen chimneys. In a matter of just 3 years in water heaters, where we have a joint collaboration with the world's second largest in heating, ventilation and air conditioning, the company called Group Atlantic, which is a French company. We have registered a 7% market share in water heaters in just a span of 3 years. So that's also our second largest category, which we have built in just a matter of 3 years. Evaporative air cooling has also given us substantial space. We have grown by a CAGR of more than 90% in evaporative air cooling in the last 3 years, and registered a market share of more than 6%, again in a matter of 2.5 years. These three categories form the fulcrum of the entire consumer business as it is.
And when we talk about Evoke, something which you are completely heading as a CEO, how do you see the retail business growing in this particular furniture and the future of this?
So if you see our business extension into retail has been phenomenally well accepted. The brand Evoke was primarily catering to the consumer who are looking for solid wood furniture, and Evoke as a category has really done well in that way, because we give furnitures which are differentiated from the balance consumers, from the balance manufacturers and retailers in terms of differentiated products, and so far so we have differentiated products. And so far, so we have 14 retail shops of Evoke across the country, and we also have 30 franchisees. And we give home decor, home furnishings, and also modular kitchens through our stores. And it's one of our, it's doing very well, and we hope to increase our footprint across the country in more cities in the times to come.
So we hope the very best for Evoke Furnitures. But going back to Hindware, what are some of the future milestones that you've planned ahead for Hindware's consumer durables business, keeping in mind?
So in consumer business, our business vision is very clear. We are very clear in whichever category we're going to either be present in or going to be launching in the future. We're going to be among the top 3 players in that category within a space of 3 to 5 years where we launch in. So it's very clear. So we have a clear mandate that whichever category, so whether it's kitchen appliances where we're already among the top 3, water heaters, air coolers, water purifiers, air purifiers, we want to be among the top 3 in each of these categories. And being in the top 3 categories is not only through that how do we want to evolve and how do we want to differentiate with vis-a-vis our competitors. We want to tell our consumers that how are we different from others, because we want to take our consumers as our trusted advisors. We want to transfer the power in the hands of the consumers. They decide for us that what is the kind of the products they would like to have for us, rather than we telling them that what is the kind of the products they would like to have for us. So we wanted a two-way interaction rather than a one-way communication, which is a common way of working in this industry. So that's how we wanted to differentiate ourselves, because being the category where we are in and the competitive nature of the industry, and with several players coming in and going out, you needed to have some differentiated output. That's why we've given ourselves a mandate to be among the top 3 players within 3 to 5 years of launch within each of these categories is certainly a very ambitious target. And given the fact that the way we are progressing, and also that the very fact that we are not already answering to the consumer that why you should buy our product, we also telling our consumers when you should buy our product. So that's we are further differentiating ourselves from the competition, and we believe that the kind of growth which we have achieved and the kind of differentiated output which we have given to our consumers, we certainly believe that not only we will achieve our mandate of being among the top 3 players in each of those categories, but we also want to become our consumers' most trusted advisors, and we want to be we want that consumers really feel that it's a brand whom at every stage of their need they should look at this brand for some certain advice, and it should be a two-way communication with the brand as such. So that's our larger ambition of connecting with the consumers and reaching out to those 30 crore Hindware consumer base and much more beyond that.
That is excellent. The consumer should feel happy when the companies like you want to take more care and are more interested in how their house looks more than they are. Thank you so much for speaking to NewsX and all the very best.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure having me.
Likewise. And there we had Mr. Rakesh Kaul telling us all about the brand and the future plans.